Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to Tari Setia English channel. How is your day? I hope all of you are fine. Today's lesson we are going to talk about hortatory exposition text. Have you ever read an article? In the article section, there is an invitation to do something. Surely, in the time you are reading the example that is belong to hortatory exposition text. Expositions? Why the word is the same with analytical exposition? Yes, hortatory exposition and analytical exposition are texts, belong to argumentative text, but they are different. Well, to understand more about what is hortatory exposition text and how to create this kind of text, let me present an explanation of hortatory exposition text, and I hope it will be useful for you. Nah, sebelum membahas lebih detail tentang hortatory exposition text, jangan lupa tekan tombol like, subscribe, dan loncengnya supaya kalian tidak ketinggalan dengan video-video pembelajaran berikutnya. Check it out! Look at this illustration. Have you ever been in this condition when you have no task? Or have you found your friend cheating during the test? If you find it, what will you do? Tell to your teachers? Keep silent? Or you will do the same with the friends cheating? That is the problem of us. Take a look for the next illustration. Wow, burger. Everybody like this food. Do you think this food is healthy? And how about this? Handphone. And nowadays, people use it as that whole the activity every day, like learning, selling some product, gaming, and it seems that the people couldn't be separated from handphone. And how about this? Online learning. Do you think online learning is that effective applied now? As we know that many students and parents get stressed with online learning. And well, students, the whole problems and the case could be learned in hortatory exposition text. And students, look at the definition of hortatory exposition text. That is the text, a kind of text or spoken text or written text that is intended to explain the listener or readers that something should or should not happen or be done. That is the simple definition of hortatory exposition text. And if you are still difficult to understand about this text, look at the example and look at the social function, the genetic structure, and the language feature of hortatory exposition text. And the social function on the purpose of hortatory exposition text is to persuade the readers that something should or should not be done. Jadi tujuan utama kita mempelajari teks ini adalah untuk mempengaruhi pembaca supaya pembaca itu melakukan sesuatu atau tidak melakukan sesuatu. Jadi membujuk para pembaca. That is the social function or the purpose of hortatory exposition text. And like any other kind of text, hortatory exposition text has generic structures or structure textnya. And there are three generic structure of this text. The first one is thesis. And in the thesis, tell about the general statement of the topic discussed. Jadi untuk yang struktur teksnya dalam teks hortator ini ada tiga bagian. Yang pertama adalah thesis. Dalam bagian ini atau dalam bagian thesis ini berisi penjelasan secara umum dari si penulis tentang suatu peristiwa, kejadian atau isu yang akan diangkat atau dibahas dalam teks ini. And the second one is arguments. Dalam kedua adalah argumen. And that is about the opinions to support the thesis or the series of arguments that strengthen the thesis. Dalam bagian ini, si penulis menyampaikan beberapa alasan atau pendapat yang tujuannya untuk meyakinkan pembaca supaya setuju dengan sudut pandang si penulis. Jadi untuk bagian yang tahap kedua ini, di paragraf kedua ini, berisi tentang alasan-alasan yang mendukung statement dari si penulis. That is called arguments. And the last is recommendation. That is about the writer gives recommendation. Nah, bagian terakhir ini penulis memberikan rekomendasinya atau saran atau kesimpulan mengenai apa yang seharusnya terjadi dan apa yang seharusnya tidak terjadi atau tidak dilakukan. So students, there are three generic structures of hortatory exposition text. That is arguments, and the last is recommendation. Well, let's continue about the language feature of hortatory exposition text. Nah, kalau yang ini adalah ciri kebahasaan yang biasanya muncul dalam suatu teks exposition atau teks hortatory exposition. The first one is using action verb. Biasanya menggunakan kata kerja action. Kata kerja action itu adalah kata kerja yang melakukan suatu pekerjaan like do, write, read, and play. That is to do something. That is for action verb. And then using a thinking verb. Thinking verb maksudnya kata kerja berpikir ya. Dan the example is believe, think, know, remember, imagine, forget. That is for thinking verbs. And the third one is using the simple present. The fourth one is using temporal connective, menggunakan kalimat penghubung like firstly, secondly. That is for temporal connective, and also however, in addition, therefore. That is for temporal connective. And the fifth one is using evaluative words, menggunakan kata-kata yang bermakna evaluative, bermakna menilai. The example is importance, valuable, trustworthy. That is for evaluative word. And the sixth one is using passive form. Well, students, there are 6 language features that usually appear in text hortatory or in hortatory exposition text. Well, students, that is the example of hortatory exposition text. Why students should eat breakfast every day? So let's analyze this text based on the general structure and also based on the language features. And take a look for the red one or the first paragraph. Many students go through the day without having breakfast. They believe that it is not necessary or they don't have time for that, and begin their day with no meal. There are 3 reasons of the importance of breakfast, especially for students, before going to their activities. Nah, ini contoh dari teks hortatory. Jadi ada 3 bagian ya, ada yang tercetak merah, tercetak biru, dan tercetak hijau. Nah, bagian yang tercetak merah ini disebut dengan thesis. Nah, karena di bagian ini dimunculkan case-nya, isunya adalah why students should eat breakfast every day. Kenapa sih breakfast itu sangat penting dilakukan oleh seorang student sebelum berangkat ke sekolah? That is their case. And there are 3 reasons. Ada 3 alasan kenapa penulis mengangkat tema ini untuk dijadikan sebuah teks hortatory. And the reason is kita lihat kalimat yang ada di paragraf yang berikutnya. Yang tercetak biru ini adalah alasan kenapa kita atau sebagai seorang siswa harus sarapan dulu sebelum berangkat ke sekolah. The first reason is for your health. Nah, ini ya alasan yang pertama adalah untuk kesehatan yang dijelaskan di kalimat berikutnya. And another reason is alasan yang kedua, you need food for doing well in your classes. Nah, ini alasan yang keduanya. Dan alasan ketiganya, the last reason to have breakfast every day can avoid disease. Nah, alasan ketiganya adalah kenapa kita harus sarapan terlebih dahulu, karena untuk menghindari berbagai penyakit yang akan menyerang tubuh kita. Yeah, so the second, third, and the fourth paragraph is called arguments, karena argumen ini mendukung alasan si penulis kenapa menuliskan teks berjudul kenapa student harus sarapan dulu setiap hari. And the last paragraph, you have to realize that breakfast is the most important meal in your day. Nah, ini paragraf terakhir ini disebut dengan paragraf recommendation, karena si penulis memberikan saran, memberikan rekomendasi, memberikan kesimpulan bahwa you have to realize that breakfast is the most important meal of the day for your health. Nah, ini sarannya adalah breakfast ini, sarapan ini sangat penting, harus dilakukan oleh seorang siswa sebelum berangkat sekolah. Nah, ini adalah saran dari si penulis. So, the first paragraph is called thesis, and then the second, the third, and the fourth paragraph is called arguments, karena ini alasannya mendukung tesisnya si penulis tadi, and the last is called recommendation. Nah, dalam tahapan ini si penulis memberikan rekomendasi, memberikan saran atau memberikan kesimpulan dari tulisan yang dibuat oleh si penulis. Well, students, that is the example of a hortatory exposition text. Well, students, after you learn about hortatory exposition text, there is a time for you to get practice. And I give you another example of this text, and the title is homeschooling. And then what will you do is read it carefully and then understand it about this text, and then you will do several numbers to give the answers. And here is the numbers on the questions. Number 1 is, what is the purpose of hortatory exposition text? And then what are the generic structures? Number 3 is, what are the language features? And the fourth one is, what is the main idea of the second paragraph? And the fifth one is, what is the main idea of the third paragraph? And the sixth one is, what is the main idea of the last paragraph? And the sixth one is, what is the recommendation from the writer? And the last number is, what is your opinion about the homeschooling? Well, students, you have to do these exercises and write it in your book. And that is the last exercises for you guys. That is about the writing of hortatory exposition text. And this time you have to create the text, and you have to give the name of the title of the text, and then create the general idea or called the thesis, and then write also about the arguments 1 and argument 2, and then you have to write also the recommendation or suggestion. Well, students, so today you have learned about hortatory exposition text. You have learned the definition, purpose, social function, generic structure, and also an example. And I hope you understand it well. Thank you for watching. Happy learning, and see you on the next video. Jangan lupa like, subscribe, and share. Have a nice day.